This season is so nearly finished and some teams' fates are already sealed and they're heading for the drop. Amongst the awful defending and lack of bite in front of goal, there are a few players from these sides that can go down with their heads held high. Hello and welcome to INMR, where today I'm going to be naming the 5 players who are too good to go down. From breakout strikers to defenders holding the fort all on their own, I go beyond the Premier League and look at a player from each of Europe's top 5 leagues who are too good to be relegated. Let's get straight into it. First up, from the Serie A, I've gone for Empoli defender Ardian Ismaili, who has only been dribbled past 3 times all season. He's a dependable centre-half who provides solidity at the back despite what Empoli's results may suggest. This season, Ismaili has won 77% of his tackles, 63% of his duels and ranks in the top 3% for interceptions in the Serie A. This not only highlights his dominant presence at the back, but also how well he reads the game and anticipates his opponent's next movement. On the ball, he's not the best. His passing accuracy of 86% isn't nearly what it should be, but as an out-and-out defender, Ismaili is superb. Recent reports suggest that Juventus are currently scouting the Albanian, but Napoli and Inter Milan are also interested as they look to bolster their defensive options. Next up, we've got Bundesliga midfielder Matus Berro. He's been a good box-to-box midfielder for Bochum this season, registering 5 goals, 2 assists and helping out defensively as well. He's only 29, so he's definitely got a good few years left in the top flight. He's created 53 chances this season, averages 4.33 shot creating actions per 90 and 4.91 progressive passes per 90. Out of possession, he's aggressive, ranking in the top 10% of Bundesliga midfielders for tackles made in the attacking third. He's got a great work rate and his tactical awareness allows him to disrupt play in the midfield. The Slovakian midfielder can be clumsy at times. He's got 11 yellow cards this season, but there's no denying that overall he's still more than good enough to play at the top level. Berro is currently linked with multiple Bundesliga sides, but in terms of a team that I think will suit him best, I think he should join PSV. This is because their dynamic midfield play would suit Berro's box-to-box capabilities. He's also already proven himself in the Eredivisie as he played for Vitesse between 2018 and 2023, making 172 appearances for the club. In Ligue 1 is Zuriko Davitashvili from Saint Etienne. With 9 goals and 7 assists this season, Davitashvili has shown that he's got it all going forward. For those of you that don't know him, think back to Jack Grealish during his prime at Aston Villa. An excellent dribbler who draws in lots of fouls thanks to his quick feet, and is also a good creative outlet. This season, the Georgia international has won 40 fouls and completed 48 dribbles. He ranks in the top 6% for shot creating actions from take-ons per 90 and the top 3% for goal creating actions from take-ons per 90. And in terms of those take-ons per match, he's attempting 4.19, in the top 10% this season with 136. Out of possession, there is work to be done, but he is an excellent presser. He's won just 36% of his duels and 25% of his aerial duels this season, but he ranks in the top 9% for possession won in the final third. He is currently linked with Serie A sides Como and Genoa and is valued at just €10 million, and he still is only 24, so there is plenty to come from this top talent. Next up in La Liga is another wing-up, but this time on the right-hand side. It is Leganes's Daniel Rabah. The Spaniard has scored 7 goals and provided 6 assists this season in a Leganes side that's really struggled going forward. Whenever Leganes have scored 2 or more goals this season, Rabah has almost always had a direct goal involvement in those matches. He's a versatile player who can fill in well as a cam or even be the focal point up front. He ranks in the top 6% or better in La Liga for chances created with 43 and crosses complete with 27. He also has the most successful dribbles in the league amongst wingers with 42, whilst also winning 54 fouls. He is similar to previous player Davitashvili in a lot of ways. The only way that their play differs is that Rabah prefers to cross the ball immediately after beating his marker, whereas Davitashvili likes to drive into the box. Rabah makes 2.17 key passes per 90 and 4.82 shot creating actions per 90. However, as I said before, he likes to beat his man in as few touches as possible before whipping across into the box. And that's highlighted by his ball carrying metrics, in which he ranks in the bottom 30% for. Rabah isn't currently linked with a move away, but I think he would suit Real Betis. This would be a smart financial move for them, especially if they can't secure the signing of Antony in the summer. Rabah provides that attacking threat and can fill in centrally when needed. And last but not least, in the Premier League, it has to be Liam Delap. This season, he's proved that he can be a real goal threat in the hardest league in the world. His intelligent off-the-ball movement has been a big part of his success, and for a player of his age and lack of top-flight experience, this has been really impressive. He's a very physical striker who uses his strength to shield the ball away from defenders, and that's highlighted by the amount of fouls he's won this season. No striker has won more than his 50. Defenders can't get the ball off him as he's so strong, so they've got no choice but to commit a foul in order to prevent him from spinning and quickly shooting. He is a pure number 9, not offering much creatively, but only having an eye for goal, which is something that clubs like Arsenal, Liverpool and Man United are in dire need of. Delap has also shown how clinical he can be in front of goal, as he has outperformed his XG of 9.31 by quite some way. He scored 12 goals this season and provided 2 assists. And only 2 of those goals were from penalties. Relegation is always a failure, but for these players, not so much. Whether they've carried their team this season or just shown that they've outgrown their surroundings, it is time for a step up. I do have 5 more players who I believe are too good to go down, but they didn't quite make it into this video, but there is an article out now on my website where you can find out who they are. So what do you think? Are these players too good to go down, or did I miss someone? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. That is where I'm going to end today's podcast, but there are plenty of others that you can go and listen to. For more content, be sure to check out my website, that's inmrfootball.co.uk. On there you can find match reports, live blogs, club updates and so much more. And if that's not enough, INMR is also on X and Instagram, so you can follow me on both of those platforms for even more daily football content. Thank you very much for listening, and I will see you in the next one.